very good morning. You're listening to the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, and the bulletin comes to you today from the Shack of Chris, ZS6GM. That's yours truly. The Sandton Amateur Radio Club Bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 8:45 local time on 145 700 FM in the 2-meter band via the Sandton repeater, on 7115 kilohertz lower sideband in the 40-meter band from the Shack of Knoll, ZR6DX, as well as on the ZANet All-Star Network, which is linked to a number of repeaters. And Justin will fill us in a little bit later on which repeaters and what geographic areas are covered. There'll be a call-in after the tech topic this morning with reception reports and a swap shop. And call-ins will be taken first on HF and then on 2 meters and on the All-Star Network. Please make sure you have paper and pen or pencil handy to take notes. In the bulletin today, a summary of the SARL news, club birthdays and club news, general ham radio news, technical topic of interest, call-ins and swap shop on 40 meters and on 2 meters. Summary of SA Radio League news, Sunday the 3rd of August 2025. In today's news, the 28th International Lightship Weekend, Radar Hill Repeater in Polokwane, and club news. Do stay tuned for more information on these and other interesting news items. We begin this bulletin with the news of a silent key. It's with deep regret that we announce that the key of PC Snyman, ZS6 Kilo Victor Foxtrot, went silent on Wednesday the 23rd of July. We extend our sincere condolences to his son Christo, to family and friends. 28th International Lighthouse Lightship Weekend. The International Lighthouse Lightship Weekend will take place from 01 minutes UTC on Saturday the 16th of August to 23:59 UTC on Sunday the 17th of August. The Lighthouse Weekend started in 1993 by the Air Amateur Radio Group in Scotland as the Northern Lighthouse Activity Weekend. ILLW now coincides with many countries' honoring of lighthouses each August. The event is not a contest and participation is free. Each station's operators decide on which bands and modes they will operate. There are no restrictions on antennas or power, and each station must be operated in compliance with the operator's license. Radar Hill Repeater in Polokwane. It's with great excitement that we announce that another new repeater is on air this week. The Soutpansberg Amateur Radio Club, ZS6SPB, has been revived. And this initiative being driven by Tennis, ZS6TDS, Henry, ZS6HCO, and Willem, ZS6WAB, as well as Carl, ZS6 Whiskey November. The West Rand Club sponsored the license and has donated a duplexer towards the Radar Hill Repeater in Polokwane. The new repeater transmits on 439.1 megahertz with an input 7.6 megs lower on 431.5, and it requires the usual 88.5 hertz CTCSS tone. Please do provide coverage reports, and the next step will be to connect the repeater to the well-established Sandton ZANet All-Star Network. Contest news. The SARL August HF contests. The aim of the 3 SARL contests in August is for participants to contact as many amateurs in Southern Africa as possible on 20, 40 and 80 meter amateur bands. The SARL HF phone contest is on the air this afternoon, Sunday the 3rd of August, from 14 hours to 17 hours UTC. Next Sunday, the 10th, is the SARL Digital HF Contest. Please consult the SARL Contest Manual for more information. ZS2 QSO Party. 28 logs were received for the ZS2 QSO Party held on Sunday, the 20th of July, 2025. First was Paul Skuman, ZS2 Papa Sierra, with 97 points. Second was Andre Visa, ZS4 Alpha Whiskey, with 70 points. And third, Dion Fraser, ZS5 Delta Charlie Foxtrot with 68 points. The full set of results was published in HF Happenings, number 1158. Club news. The West Rand Amateur Radio Club is proud to announce the following committee elected from its members at the club AGM held on Saturday the 19th of July. Executive Committee Chairman is Philip, ZS6PVT. Vice Chair Chad, ZR6GRT. Treasurer Dani, ZS6DPS. Secretary Beverly, ZR6BVT. And the co-opted committee members for technical matters, ZS6HJH. Contesting, Nico, ZS6LOL. Public relations, Alistair, ZS6ALI. SOTA and outdoor events, Johan, ZS6JVD. As well as Samantha, ZS6SWR. Rowan, ZS6TNM. Stefan, ZR6SW. And Brendan, ZS6FA. We're looking forward to great things ahead in the next 12 months, said Chairman Philip. In the propagation report, Hannes Kutsia, ZS6BZP, reports that solar activity levels are going to continue to be at lower levels this week. There are currently 8 sunspot regions with simple to slightly complex magnetic configurations. There's a probability for C-class, but a low probability for M-class solar flares. If you want to do your own frequency predictions, the expected effective sunspot number for the week will be around 82. The 30 to 15 meter bands may provide some good DX fun. Please visit spaceweather.sansa.org.za for further information. So that's the spaceweather.sansa.org.za for further information. Time for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club news. Please have a pen and paper handy, and you'll want to take notes for your diary at the end of this bulletin. Let's start first with birthdays, and we congratulate the following members on their birthdays and wish them a blessed, happy, healthy, and successful year ahead. Last Friday, the 1st of August, was Kyle, ZS6 Kilo Alpha. Wednesday, the 6th, will be 6th of August, Brendan O'Keefe, ZS6BWJ. And no other birthdays this week, but lots coming up later in the month, I see. Club news and diary of events. Firstly, if you want to email ZS6STN with your news and events, please email to info@zs6stn.org.za. info@zs6stn.org.za, or via the ZS6STN WhatsApp group. In club news, regular get-togethers. The attendance at last Wednesday's club meeting was good, and it was the Power Hour Tech Talk. And if you weren't able to attend and you'd like to listen again, you can download it from the ZS6STN YouTube platform, youtube.com/@ZS6STN. So I'll say that again, youtube.com/@ZS6STN. Well, the Wednesday evening, July Power Hour Tech Talk was on VAR-AC. There was a record turnout listening into Alistair, ZS2 Oscar Kilo, and what a comprehensive presentation. Alistair educated us on the digital mode, VAR-AC, and its amazing functionality. He was supported by Dani, ZS1 OSS, who answered questions in the chat. If you missed it, don't despair. You can still listen to the recording, and you'll find out all about the capabilities of VAR-AC, how to set it up and use it, and how to join the VAR-AC WhatsApp group. You'll also get information and video links provided by Alistair during his presentation. Thank you, Alistair, for sharing your knowledge with the South African amateur radio community. How about volunteering to present a tech talk on any subject? You don't need to be an expert. Just sharing your experience with others is a great way to further our hobby. The club will supply the platform. You just add your voice. I urge you to subscribe to the ZS6STN YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/@ZS6STN. So that's youtube.com/@ZS6STN. ZS6STN repeater. I'd like to call in Justin, ZS6JGP, to give us a report on the repeater upgrades that took place last month, and also on the latest info on the ZANet ALS network. So ZS6JGP, Justin, please come in.
ZS6STN, ZS6JGP. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Last weekend we upgraded the Sandton VHF repeater. We are now running an ICOM IC FR5300 and pushing about 40 watts. That's nearly twice as much power as the old repeater. We're still waiting for delivery of the new repeater. Hope to get that in the next 2 months. The ZANet repeater network currently has 17 repeaters connected. If you'd like to see a full list or a map of the repeaters, please check out the website www.za-net.org.za. We will hopefully be welcoming Durban and Polokwane in the near future. The network continues to grow. If you'd like to join your club repeater to the ZANet repeater network, please contact the team at info@za-net.org.za. Thank you, Chris. ZS6STN, ZS6JGP.
Yeah, ZS6JGP, ZS6GM. Thanks very much. And just to repeat that, the link is www.za-net.org.za, and there you can see a network map, and you can also see information on all the connected repeaters. So that's www.za-net.org.za. Right, on to the next item. I'd like to just chat about the Dipole newsletter, which is the Sandton Amateur Radio Club monthly newsletter. It's the forum to share and discuss amateur radio activities of particular interest to club members. How about contributing your articles or reports and results of experiments and what you're doing to the Dipole? Lots of pictures and photographs are good. So if you'd like to do that, then please email your news and information to info@zs6stn.org.za. info@zs6stn.org.za. Sandton contest participation. Well, 23 logs were received for the SARL Winter QRP competition, which, as you know, is hosted by the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. The contest log evaluations have been completed and results and certificates distributed. Full results will be published in HF Happenings number 1159. So that's HF Happenings number 1159. Then in the QRP Championship, Philip Fisher, ZS6FY, has 238.15 points. He's also the first QRP 1 watt, QRP speech, and QRP in FT8. Well done, Philip. Corbus Boshoff, ZS6BOS, 152.52 points. Also second in the QRP 1 watt, third in QRP speech, and second in QRP FT8. And Brandon Zitzman, ZS6 Lima Zulu, and Brandon, 135.77 points. Also third in the QRP 1 watt and second in the QRP speech. In the CW mode, Mike Spencer Wilson, ZS6MSW, with 9.52 points. Anthony Wally, ZS6ARW, 9.22 points. And Eddie Layton, ZS6BNE, with 3.6 points. Pico balloon activities. Well, the ZS6SRC-25 launched yesterday morning, just before 10 o'clock local time. And by 7 o'clock local time this morning, it was spotted southeast of Madagascar. And I'm going to call in Keith now for some additional news, club news and contest news. And Keith, I hope you can give us an update on the Pico balloon activities. ZS6HI, ZS6STN.
Good morning, Chris, and to all on frequency. A little bit of club news for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. And yes, those Pico balloon gents are flying with their Pico balloons, and that's all as part of the centenary of the SARL that we are launching so many Pico balloons at the moment. I understand that Tom, ZR6TG, I think it is also launching quite a few Pico balloons, as well as the Eden Club with Stuart, ZR1 Whiskey Tango down in the George area, also playing with Pico balloons. So watch out for those Pico balloons, track them on Whisper, or use the Triquito website or the other Whisper tracking sites, and you can see their progress around the world. We've had some circumnavigations already, several, so it's pretty awesome to actually manage and track and get these little Pico balloons up in the air working. So congratulations to those who are launching. Yeah, Chris, a little bit of a brief. As you mentioned, we had a great turnout at the clubhouse on Wednesday evening. I think we had basically about 10 members there, and we had 44 or more people on channel for the Power Hour Tech Talk, and that was on Zoom. So a great turnout, and I'd encourage everyone to come out to the clubhouse when we have club meets at the clubhouse and to participate in the Tech Talks. They are pretty good. And learned a lot about VAR AC, as you've mentioned. It's a digital mode, and it's quite phenomenal what this particular digital mode can do. So a lot of functionality on this particular one. There's a free version, and then there's a paid version for more sophisticated functionality. But it's a pretty awesome application, and it's taking the place, I think, of ZS6 Call, which is another, obviously, keyboard-to-keyboard digital mode, but this one's got error correction and various other mechanisms built into it as well. We will be publishing that video on our YouTube channel very soon. It's not there yet, but it should be up this afternoon. Then, as you mentioned, Chris, the QRP contest, so thank you very much to Gerrit, ZS6 JVH, and Kevin, ZS6 KB, for helping do the assessment of the logs, and we've got the results through to the SARL, because as you know, Sandton is the managers for the QRP contest, and congratulations to all the winners of the QRP contest. The certificates have also been distributed, and as well as the current running leaderboard for the annual awards. So those annual awards are given out at the SARL awards dinner annually. So unfortunately, our COC, well, not fortunately or unfortunately, but ZS6 Fox Yankee Philip, he got the award at the last awards dinner, and he's on track for this year as well. But the final contest is still to take place, so anything can happen between now and the end of the year. So we'll see what the leadership board changes are before the end of the year. Then the RAE, so Gerrit, ZS6 GVH, and all the lecturers and helpers like Wayne, ZS6 ORB, are pumping the RAE at the moment, and there are a large number of students, which is awesome. And I can just let you know that the first HF assessment will take place on the 16th of August, so we're looking forward to meeting some of those students face-to-face and conducting an HF assessment with them and getting them on air. And they're also invited because the next big event on the diary is the National Field Day, the SARL National Field Day, which takes place on the 6th and 7th of September. And once again, the Sandton Amateur Radio Club will be out at the Sleepy River Caravan Park in the Magalies area, so Magalies Sleepy River Caravan Park. It's a lovely venue to come and day visit or to stay over, camp over. It's got a big pool, lots of gazebos, little Snoopy, so you can get foods and ice creams and all sorts of stuff there. It's got bright places, and we'll be out there operating during the National Field Day contest. And anyone is welcome to come out, either for a day visit, come out and see what's happening, or come out and get on the radio, spend an hour or two on the radio, calling for ZS6STN and logging those things. We're going to be quite sophisticated, I understand, this year, in terms of what we will have as an antenna farm and our radio stations. So do come out and enjoy the day out there, or get on the radio and have some fun operating and getting some logs in some QSOs into the logbook for ZS6STN. Then the 8 meter club contest, that's coming up on the Wednesday, the 20th of August, and we would like to encourage all members, as many members as possible, to participate in the 80-meter club contest, because this one gets us club points. And as you're aware, we're always running around third place on our club contests, and third or fourth place, so we would like to at least be in the top three, and that means we need membership on the air during the club contest. So diarise, excuse me, Wednesday the 20th of August for the 80-meter club contest. And then finally, the AGM. You've heard that the West Rands just had their AGM, and it's that time of year where a lot of the clubs are having their AGMs. So we're planning on having our AGM on the 30th of August at this particular juncture. We will confirm the date with when we send out the notices to everybody for the AGM. But please be aware of the upcoming AGM, and it would be great to see everyone there. As you're aware, we combine the AGM with our annual awards, so we hand out certificates for various elements at our AGM. And we have a social braai immediately following the AGM as well. So it'll be a great day to come out and enjoy the afternoon with us at the annual general meeting, and you're welcome to bring family members through for that event as well. So watch out for the notice that should be coming through to you in the next week or so for the AGM. Back to you, Chris. ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
ZS6HI, ZS6STN, operated this morning by ZS6TN. Thanks very much for that, Keith. All great stuff, and congratulations again to the Sandton Amateur Radio Club for its participation in all the activities, and of course hosting the QRP contest. I think it's super, and the what do we call it, the championship. It's good to see that Brandon's up there, but Philip has done a fantastic job, and of course he's a resident of the Lowveld. So Philip, if you're listening on the Lowveld repeater this morning, congratulations to you. Right, I'm going to just repeat the diary of events because Keith only gave us the Sandton events. So today is the SARL HF phone contest. Then next weekend, the 7th and 8th of August, International Cat Day. So if you own a cat or you're a cat lover, there you are. 9th of August, Women's Day, an SARL QSO party. 10th of August, the SARL HF Digital Contest. 12th of August, International Youth Day. 12th and 13th of August is the Perseids Meteor Shower, so a good time to do some 6-meter long-distance comms. 16th of August is the SARL Youth QSO Party. 16th and 17th, also the International Lighthouse Weekend. 16th of August is the Sandton Amateur Radio Club HF Assessment Day. So if you're writing the RAE and you need to be assessed, then you need to participate or come along for that. 20th of August is the 80-meter club contest. And 30th of August, the Sandton Amateur Radio Club AGM and annual awards and braai. And then the 6th and 7th of September is the SARL National Field Day contest. And as Keith says, we urge you to get involved in the Magaliesberg and come and bring your tent or your caravan and just join in. If you can't come for overnight stays, and at least come for the day and come and operate the SARL field station. Always very good. And we want to be number one this year. And then just a reminder that there are regular get-togethers once a month. The club meetings are always on the last Wednesday of every month. The gatherings are held at CJ's, which is at 11 Kildoon Road, Bryanston. Remember that the success of these events is dependent entirely on your participation. So watch out for announcements about events. And we've already called in Keith, so he's given us an update on the Sandton Club news and what's going along. So now it's time for the regular Sunday tech discussion. So don't go away. And the discussion isn't always about radio or even electronics, but it's about something of scientific interest to our members. And today I want to talk about the human brain and how heat affects the human brain. And studies have shown that with the increase in global temperatures, that more and more people are being affected by higher temperatures. A lot of houses in the European and northern climes are not really designed for high temperatures, and yet they're experiencing ever-increasing temperatures. So the human brain is on average really more than 1 degree Celsius higher than our core body temperature. Yet our brains, as one of the more energy-hungry organs in our bodies, produces a fair amount of its own heat. And when we think, remember, and respond to the world around us, this means our bodies have to work hard to keep it cool, and blood circulating through a network of blood vessels helps to maintain its temperature, whisking away excessive heat. This is necessary because our brain cells are extremely sensitive to heat, and the function of some of the molecules that pass messages between them are also thought to be temperature dependent, meaning they stop working efficiently if our brains get either too hot or too cold, which is why beanies in cold weather are good for us, and wearing hats in summer good for us. Well, we don't fully understand how the different elements of this complicated picture are affected, but we can imagine it like a clock where all the components no longer work closely together. Although extreme heat alters how everyone's brains work, it can adversely affect decision-making and lead people to taking greater risks. Those with neurological conditions are often the most severely affected. This is for many reasons. For example, in some diseases, perspiration may be impaired, if nothing else. Overheating makes people less tolerant and increases grumpiness. I know I get grumpy in hot weather, do you? Thermoregulation is a brain function and can be disrupted if certain parts of the brain are not functioning properly. In some forms of multiple sclerosis, the core body temperature appears to be altered. And in addition, some drugs that treat neurological and psychiatric conditions such as schizophrenia affect temperature regulation, leaving those taking these drugs more vulnerable to heat stroke or hypothermia. And it also makes us more at greater risk to heat-related death. So try and drink lots of liquids. So excessive heat may also put additional strain on the brain, leaving it more vulnerable to damage that can lead to neurodegenerative diseases such as dementia and similar. Heat also affects the barrier that normally protects the brain, making it more permeable and increasing the risk of toxins, bacteria, and viruses, which can cross over into our brain tissue from our blood supply. There are still other questions that remain to be answered. For example, is it the maximum temperature? Is it the length of a heat wave or the nighttime temperature that has the greatest impact? And it may well differ for each person or by neurological condition. By identifying who's at risk and why will be crucial to develop strategies to protect the most vulnerable. And these could even include early warning systems or insurance to compensate day laborers for lost wages due to extreme heat. In the era of global warming, the era of global warming has ended, and the era of global boiling has started. A pretty radical statement from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. And he said this when the July 2023 was confirmed to be the hottest month on record. Climate change, or global warming, is here and it's intensifying, and the era of the hot brain is just beginning. So get yourself a nice Panama hat, or even a bucket hat will do, and keep your head covered up. And if you're in cold winters, maybe keep the brain warm too. And remember, nobody likes being grumpy, and nobody likes a grumpy person. So I know the talk was short this morning, only about 6 minutes, but I think you'll find the topic interesting, and maybe do some research on the internet and find out how the heat can affect our brains, both short-term and long-term, and take measures to keep your brain cool. All right, looks like a small crowd this morning, and that wraps it up for the day. Thanks very much, Noel, and thanks to you for the relay on HF, and good morning to Gail as well. And Keith, thanks for all the useful information you gave us. Justin, for the update on the bulletin, and for all those who are involved in club activities and making it successful. Just a reminder again, please diarize the field day, which is in the first weekend of September, and you really want to get involved. It's a fantastic activity out in the field. Take your tent, your caravan. If you can only go out for the day, go out for the day. Operate the club station and have some fun and meet those who you may not have met before, and really make it a useful time. Then, of course, don't forget about the last Wednesday in every month is the club get-together at CJ's in Sandton. If you'd like to know more about ZS6STN, please visit the website, ZS6STN.org.za. It's ZS6STN.org.za. If you have any news to contribute, then you can send it to info@ZS6STN.org.za. info@ZS6STN.org.za. And please do join the Sandton YouTube channel. It's a mouthful, that. And it's youtube.com/ZS6STN. youtube.com/ZS6STN. Go and subscribe now. And of course, we've got all the tech talks there, and the bulletins are also posted. So I bid you have a happy day to one and all. This is ZS6STN, operated by ZS6GM, often clear on all frequencies.